That's someone's
live,
daughter, that's someone's
serious,
partner.
dangerous
How would I want my
drivers running over
do that, really?
cyclists nationwide across the UK.
It's
105. Front of the right side screen. Times the bottom. It's the 11th of June. This morning.
So Finland, for example,
Wednesday morning.
is one of my favourites.
2025.
They have transport independence at age 7.
I carry a camera on me. I see a lot of city drivers on the roads around Surrey locally, down Brookwood Line Road. No joke.
And that's the kind of thing
I can't cycle at the moment, but I will be back on the bike for a few years' time.
So close passing is very.
These drivers are dangerous. They hit people. They run you over.
And they forget that this isn't an obstacle; it's a person.
Road rage. That's what it is. Road rage. Especially when it gets to August and the holidays are on and the kids are off. It's worse than its peak. Worse.
Rather than deliberate.
Yes, yes, it is. No, I mean, you'll always get somebody who's being aggressive, just wants to punish you for being in the way. You'll always get people.
I do, mate. Every day I cycle to work.
And as we
every day.
Program before, this is really personal for me. My mother was crushed to death by somebody who'd just been texting. It wasn't the intention of that person to kill my mother.
Well, they're sneaky. They put their phones underneath the dashboard and they're driving.
But that's what just careless.
And watch videos while they're driving. I'm not joking. I've seen it.
So
in lorry drivers, car drivers.
People want when they're filming is we want to be treated with care, and I don't think that's an.
That's distracting, isn't it?
Chris, what can you do in your role to encourage drivers maybe to take that extra little bit of time when it feels like driving around myself, everybody's in a rush, everybody's frustrated, lots of people are in a bad mood.
On a hot summer day, especially in August.
That's often the case, and I think humanising it is the important bit. We don't actually talk about this in language that makes people just stop and think. And I think that's what we need to do. So the government's got a road safety strategy in the works now, so it wants to tackle all.
Let me know what you think below in the comment box below. Thumbs up the right side screen, please.
80%
Subscribe to Sean Sign Jones.
Like to cycle more, but I'm looking at that environment and thinking it's not for me. If they didn't feel that way, then we'd all have more choice. If we say, right, well, would you like your children to have transport independence? Would you like them to have the freedom to stay after school clubs? Most people are going, yes, I would actually like that. Okay, what would need to be true for you to allow them to do that? And then they'll start to tick off things like they need to be safe is number one. So this is all wrapped up in that, but we don't talk about it in the right way. And that's why I think saying there is a war against cyclists or a war against me, it's not helpful, because this is about making a place that we want to live and we want our families to grow up and grow old in. So there's a big part of this is about how we talk about it, not just the activity, but what is the outcome.
Chris, we're talking about what motorists should do here. We're getting loads and loads of messages.
People
complaining about cyclists where they live, saying they're not wearing enough.
Yes, there is that. There are cyclists going through red lights as well. I see it in London quite a lot.
It's both motorists and cyclists who have to share responsibility.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
As cyclists, we don't have another player like our bikes, unfortunately.
People are when you haven't got.
Then we get away with murder. Going for a red light, running over a pedestrian crossing, the pedestrian old lady.
But 99.5%
of
deaths and serious injuries on the road involve a motor vehicle, and that's just a case of physics. So if you're in charge,
you should wear a helmet when you cycle, all times, even on the bike path or on the Legislative Canal locally in Woking.
But it doesn't mean that somebody riding a bike or walking for that matter.
Because the ground is made of concrete. If you fall off, it hurts like hell on the canal these days. It's not soil any longer.
It just happens that
it's no fun, it's no joke.
You can do an awful lot more damage.
Chris Boardman, National Active Travel Commissioner.
And they go too fast on the canal as well. People need to slow down the cycling on the pathway on the canal, Basingstoke Canal. Actually, if there's people in the area with dogs and everything like that, be thoughtful and be careful and be wise and be sensible, because if you get hurt, you'll be in that canal for a swim and you're not going to be very happy. Your bike will be really damaged and you'll be mashed up and you'll be in hospital for about 2 months. Be faithful and be thoughtful and be kind in the town of Woking locally and across the Basingstoke Canal, everywhere else across the UK. This is dangerous times for cyclists, let alone drivers. All work together to be friends, please. Please scratch on the